Well, hello again. This is Bainbridge Omega with another podcast, and let's talk about Trinity Fatu. Let's talk about Mercedes Mone. You know what? The two women who disbanded themselves from the WWE last year. I think it's been over a year ago today that they decided to throw the titles in front of John Laurinaitis and tell him fuck off, and they are now on their way. They have blazed a trail for themselves, right? Sasha Banks changed her name to Mercedes Monet, became the IWGP Women's Champion, and now she's going to be competing for the New Japan Strong title coming up at the end of May. Meanwhile, Trinity made her debut at Impact Wrestling. So she is going to be competing for the Impact's championship at some point, wrestling along the likes of Deonna Purrazzo and Jordan Grace, and as well as a lot of big name stars over there. I always believe that the women's division in Impact is truly the toughest division out there. So shout out to Trinity for taking on that challenge and just making her, better. Just want to prove to yourself. A lot of people were speculating as to why she left the WWE in the first place, and then she's spoken to Afro Kanara of Forbes. All right. This is what she says. She says, I don't ever want to come off as angry, as bitter, or mad, right? I don't feel any of that. I mean, it was just a bad situation, a crazy, crazy situation with a lot of layers to it. But I love the WWE. I am thankful for all the amazing years that I have been there, what they've given me, what they have given to my family, what career I had. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now without that foundation and what I've been able to do with them and being there. Trinity continued by noting that everything came ahead and they had to deal with a situation publicly. She stated that she wished it could have been taken care of privately, but she believes a lot of goodwill came out of it. She says, sometimes there's hiccups with the business and there's issues and problems, and everything just came to a head, and sadly, we had to deal with it publicly. I wish it was something that could have been handled and taken care of privately, but I definitely think a lot of goodwill come from that situation and has been coming out from it. I do feel good with where I am right now. So, um, talking about where she just walked out on the company, right? This is exactly what she said. She said, I'm really picky about using words like depression because I've seen people go through that and I don't think it was that. But I knew I was hurt, very down, very sad, very, very lost. Like, literally, I was like, what just happened? You know what I mean? Everything was fine. I was getting through this, and boom, the day happened, and all that craziness, just the media and all of that. And then also the schedule change, going from being on the road so much to all of a sudden just being shut down and not being able to do anything, not wanting to say anything about it. It was crazy. Very, very surreal ordeal. But yeah, definitely mentally, emotionally, it was a challenge. And it took me through just about every emotion that there is to go through. But that's life. That's what it had to come. And I am glad I'm here now. And I got through it because it definitely made me a lot stronger. It made me understand a lot more about myself, what I want, what I needed, and all the things that led up to that. So, the fact of the matter is this: we have to applaud Sasha Banks and Trinity for making the bold decision of deciding they do not want to do anything else with that godforsaken company that Vince is running, and they decided to bank on themselves. pun or no pun intended, whatever the case may be. They decided to bank on themselves, and they are doing it, and they are killing it. However, those neckbeards, right? The Edrones out there, they want to talk shit towards Sasha. They want to talk shit towards Trinity. They say horrible things, saying that how disrespectful they are for leaving the company, that they're ungrateful, that they should be, honored to be part of that position. They're the tag team champions. Like, that actually gives a damn in the world of the WWE. If any of you really think that those women's tag team titles mean anything, dude, get some help. They don't mean diddly squats. They don't mean a damn thing. They don't mean a damn thing now. You think Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez is elevating those women's titles? Absolutely not. And no matter what Sasha and Trinity was going to do with those tag team titles, they will never going to elevate it because Vince McMahon never values tag team wrestling, let alone women's tag team wrestling. Come on. But yet, you Edrones want to say so many horrible things to Mercedes Mone and Naomi. A lot of you were saying that, well, the reason that Sasha left was because she didn't want to play second fiddle to Bianca. She was jealous of Bianca. Really? Jealous of Bianca? She was leading that charge with the WWE for a very long time. She led the women's revolution along with Bayley, Charlotte, and what's her face? Oh yeah, I kind of forgot her name right now. Huh. I guess old age kind of do that towards you. Oh well. It will come up to me in a second. Doesn't mean anything right now. The fact of the matter is that Sasha Banks doesn't give a damn about that women's division in the WWE because they're all cookie cutter models who just came up from the performance center, and she wants to challenge some real wrestlers, the ones who actually bled and fought from as young as 14, you know? These are the type. Oh, Becky Lynch. Yeah, that's the woman I forgot. Becky Lynch. Yeah. Where is she? She's nowhere to be found. She got traded and she's like non-existent. Whatever. The fact of the matter is, you need to stop, Edrones. You really need to stop. You know? Mercedes Moné is not jealous. She's on the Mandalorian. She's getting Disney money. She's getting yen right now. She's traveling all over the world and on her own accord. No one's forcing her to go to one show, to this show, or that show. No. She controls the narrative right now. Trinity controls the narrative right now in Impact Wrestling. She will make an impact over there. And she's going to become a better wrestler for it. Because she was never been given a lot of opportunities in the WWE, you know? There was that one little run, but it was not that memorable by any stretch of the imagination. She needed to go on to a higher level if she wanted to become one of the best women's wrestlers of all time. And the only way to do that is to fight against the very best. I cannot understand how hard it is that wrestlers like Sasha Banks and Naomi, Mercedes Moné, and Trinity want to go out of their bubble and challenge the very best. You need to stop thinking that the WWE is the greatest organization in the world. I get it. You grew up with it. This is something you grew up with when you were so young. I did too. Until I grew up and realized there are better wrestling out there with better talent. Listen, they are great at marketing. They are great at production. Right? They can produce a hell out of a show. I'll give them that. I will 110% give them that. But when the smoke and mirrors disappear, it's all trash. It's all trash. You know it. I know it. Sasha and Naomi knows it. That's why they decided upon themselves. They are going to blaze their own trail and they're going to make something big out of themselves. And they have already. You see, here is my theory, right? Let me put on my thinking cap right now. The only reason a lot of you Edrones are shitting on Sasha Banks and Naomi right now is because eventually they will end up in AEW. Not as permanent residents to the organization, though that is always a possibility as long as Tony Khan has the pockets necessary, but as a one off. And that will piss you off. It will piss you off when the day comes that Mercedes Mone shows up in an AEW ring, and it's going to piss a lot of you people off because it's like you're losing a soldier on the battlefield. Because this is how you Edrones take it. You take it like this is a war between AEW and the WWE. You don't really care about these women. You don't really care about them trying to make something better for themselves. A lot of you don't even improve on yourselves on a daily basis. You know? Mercedes Mone and Trinity are trying to blaze a path for themselves. Your only path that you're blazing is from the Jergens bottle to your freaking dingaling. And from your dingaling to your mouse clicking on Pornhub. Yeah. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. Don't lie to yourselves. You sit there, your path is from your hand to your bag of Doritos. From your bag of Doritos lies your controller playing Call of Duty every single night. Need I remind you that the majority of you are probably 30 to 40 years old with a shitty ass job making $12 an hour. And you have the gall to tell these two, Naomi and Sasha Banks, that they're ungrateful, that they're acting like children, right? That they shouldn't blaze a path, that should remain loyal to the company. Yeah, how many of you are loyal to your company? Your boss berates you on a daily basis. Your employees hate you. You live in a toxic environment every single day of your entire lives. Going to your 9 to 5. Once that 5 o'clock hits, you go straight to the bar. And you want to talk about loyalty, huh? If that is your definition of loyalty, then you need to seek help. Because where you are in life is not working, my friend. But these two are. These two absolutely are. And we need to start celebrating women like them making the big decision to move on and make something big out of themselves and to get away from the bubble that is the WWE. I know you don't like it. I know a lot of you hate it, really. And I do not care. I really don't care because it needed to be said. It deserved to be said, right? But I would like to know your comments about it. I would like to know what you guys think about it. Do you think that Sasha Banks and Naomi were being selfish? Do you think they should have just stayed with the company and just took it up the culo like good little girls? Or do you feel that what they did was inspiring and that it was meant to happen? It had to happen. It needs to happen. And I just want to make one note very clear. Mercedes Mone will show up at All In London. I will find it very strange that a woman of her caliber, knowing that all eyes want to be on her, will not jump on the opportunity to wrestle in front of 90 plus thousand people at Wembley Stadium for the 30th anniversary of Wembley Stadium in this historic event, especially with the money that Tony Khan is going to pitch her. Do not be surprised if she shows up at Forbidden Door as well. That's going to be the catalyst. That's where it's going to start up everything. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And until next time, this is Bainbridge Omega signing off. See ya.